Dealer lots across America are overflowing with cars nobody wants. The average new car now costs over $50,000, and buyers have had enough. But here's the thing. Not every model is struggling equally. For 13 specific vehicles, inventory has piled up to levels we haven't seen in years. Dealers are paying interest on every single unit that doesn't move, and they're getting desperate. Some models are sitting for over 500 days. Today, we're counting down the 13 cars with the worst inventory crisis in America using CarEdge market data. Number 1 will shock you. Let's start. Number 13, Mazda CX-90, 2026. A longtime Mazda owner, the guy who swore by the brand, owned 4 Mazdas over 20 years, never had a single issue, walked into a dealership ready to trade his CX-5 for the new CX-90. The salesperson pulled him aside and whispered, "Look, I need this sale, but I can't recommend this one. We've had 3 customers tow theirs back here on flatbeds." That's how bad the Mazda CX-90 situation is. Mazda doesn't make unreliable cars, except this time they did. Consumer Reports gave the 2026 CX-90 a predicted reliability score of 22 out of 100. For context, the Toyota Grand Highlander scored 73 out of 100. That's not competitive, that's catastrophic. What's failing? Everything. Driver assistance systems glitching randomly, steering developing play at low miles, suspension creaking over bumps, climate control dying in the middle of summer, transmissions shuddering, EV batteries draining overnight in the garage. It's basically every major system saying, "No thanks." Dealers are drowning. CarEdge shows 241 days of market supply with 18,300 units sitting nationwide. Translation: if Mazda stopped building these today, dealers would still be trying to sell CX-9s into late 2026. A Virginia owner posted his story online, bought his CX-90 in March, loved it for 2 weeks, then it spent 42 days at the dealership for repairs in 8 months of ownership. Warranty covered the fixes, but not the headache, frustration, or rental car juggling. He traded it for a Highlander last month and says he'll never look back. But minivans somehow have it even worse. Number 12, Chrysler Pacifica, 2026. I called a Honda dealership last week doing research for this video. Asked the sales manager, what happens when customers cross-shop the Odyssey against the Pacifica? His answer? Honestly, we don't even mention the Pacifica anymore. Customers walk in already saying anything but Chrysler. That fight's over before it starts. The Chrysler Pacifica has genuinely brilliant engineering. The stow-and-go seating is innovative, the ride is smooth, and the interior feels premium. But none of that matters when Stellantis ranks dead last in industry reliability, while Toyota and Honda own this segment. Here's the financial reality buyers are calculating. The Sienna is hybrid only now, delivering 35+ miles per gallon. The Odyssey has a track record of hitting 200,000 miles without drama. The Pacifica gets 22 miles per gallon and has documented transmission failures showing up before 50,000 miles. At an average transaction price of $47,500, the Pacifica costs more than a Sienna while delivering worse reliability and terrible fuel economy. That's not a value proposition. That's a red flag wrapped in leather seats. CarEdge data shows 264 days of supply with 17,600 units sitting on dealer lots nationwide. Dealers are throwing $8,000 to $12,000 in discounts. But even desperate pricing isn't creating urgency. A Pennsylvania family shared their decision. Test drove the Pacifica, genuinely loved the features, then went home and researched reliability. Bought the Sienna instead. The dad explained it simply. The $3,000 Toyota Premium pays for itself in 5 years of fuel savings alone, and I won't be stranded. Now here's a luxury SUV nobody understands. Number 11. Buick Envision, 2026. A Buick dealer in Georgia operates what's supposed to be a premium brand showroom. When I asked him about his Envision inventory, he laughed. Not the happy kind. These things sit an average of 9 months. You know what my biggest problem is? Nobody knows what Buick is anymore. The Buick Envision exists in automotive purgatory, not luxurious enough to justify premium pricing, not practical enough to win on value. In 2026, buyers want one of two things clearly: either real luxury or real value. The Envision delivers neither convincingly. At $42,800 average transaction price, you're brushing up against entry-level Lexus territory. The Lexus NX starts at $43,565 with legendary reliability and actual brand prestige. Or you can drop to $36,000 and grab a Mazda CX-5 with better driving dynamics and proven durability. The Envision is comfortable and quiet, but so is literally everything in 2026. What separates segment winners from losers is brand perception and resale value. Buick has neither advantage anymore. CarEdge shows 287 days of supply with 14,300 units nationwide. Dealers are slashing prices by $6,000 to $8,000, but discounts don't cure identity crisis. A California tech worker explained his decision perfectly. I wanted the Envision, loved the test drive. Then I checked resale values. 3-year-old Envisions lost 55% of value. 3-year-old Lexus NX lost 32%. The math was brutal. I'm not throwing away $10,000 extra just because I like to test drive, but sedans are basically extinct. Number 10, Hyundai Sonata 2026. Walk into any Hyundai showroom in America and watch what happens. The salesperson will actively steer you away from the Sonata and toward their crossovers. They know what the market is screaming: sedans are dying, and the Sonata is already dead. At $30,000 average transaction price, the financial math becomes absolutely brutal for buyers. For that money, you're sitting $2,500 away from a Camry or Accord, and buyers know exactly what that gap means 3 years down the road. Here's the depreciation reality. A $30,000 Sonata becomes worth roughly $12,300 at trade-in after 3 years. A $32,500 Camry holds $18,850 in value. You lose $6,550 more buying the Hyundai. That's not opinion. That's used car market data speaking clearly. The sedan segment is on life support. Most buyers fled to crossovers years ago. The ones still shopping sedans are value-focused and research-obsessed. Exactly the demographic that avoids the Sonata after reading owner forms and resale data. CarEdge shows 237 days of supply with 12,700 units sitting nationwide. At $30,000 average, these aren't moving until dealers accept painful losses. A Maryland dealer admitted what most won't say publicly: "We can't give Sonatas away. Last month we sold exactly one to an Uber driver who beat us down to $24,500. We literally lost money on the deal, but we needed the lot space." Hyundai is trapped. Drop prices further and destroy residuals even worse, or maintain pricing and watch inventory age into complete unsellability. And electric vehicles lost their biggest advantage. Number 9, Ford Mustang Mach-E 2026. October 1st, 2025. Mark that date. That's when the federal EV tax credit expired, and that's the day the Mustang Mach-E died. Ford watched sales collapse 63% in 3 months. Dealers watched inventory pile up like snow in a blizzard. Here's what happened to pricing overnight. Before October 1st, the Mach-E effectively cost $39,500 after the $7,500 federal credit. Competitive? Reasonable? After October 1st, $47,000. That's a $7,500 overnight price increase for a car that didn't improve a single feature. Then Ford made it worse. They removed features for 2026 while keeping prices elevated. So buyers are literally paying more money for less car after losing the tax credit. That's not a value proposition. That's insulting. At $47,000, the Mach-E now competes directly with the Tesla Model Y and loses badly on every metric buyers care about. Tesla's supercharger network is superior. Tesla's brand cachet is stronger. Tesla's resale value is better. CarEdge shows 350 days of supply with 10,700 units sitting nationwide. That's nearly a full year of inventory dealers are paying monthly floor plan interest on. A Colorado buyer explained his decision. "I genuinely wanted to support American EV production. But paying $47,000 for a Mach-E when the Model Y is $44,990 with dramatically better charging infrastructure? I'd be paying $2,000 more for a worse ownership experience. I bought the Tesla. Ford bet the Mustang name would overcome price reality. The market said no. Now here's a lifestyle truck failing spectacularly. Number 8. Hyundai Santa Cruz, 2026. When the Hyundai Santa Cruz launched, it felt genuinely fresh. A lifestyle truck blending car comfort with a usable bed, unique styling, interesting concept. 2 years later, the Ford Maverick is absolutely crushing it, while Santa Cruz inventory sits and ages on dealer lots. The Maverick won for brutally simple reasons. Hybrid powertrain delivering mid-40s miles per gallon in city driving, $25,000 starting price, and actual truck capability people can use. The Santa Cruz, 22 miles per gallon combined, $36,400 average transaction price, and a bed too short for actual truck work. The Santa Cruz suffers from fundamental identity crisis. Truck buyers want capability and practicality. SUV buyers want space and efficiency. The Santa Cruz delivers compromised versions of both. It's trying to be everything and ends up being nothing particularly well. CarEdge shows 229 days of supply with 9,600 units, sitting nationwide at $36,400 average. Dealers are losing the value argument to the Maverick every single comparison. A Texas contractor test drove both back-to-back, and his explanation was perfect. Look, the Santa Cruz rides nicer, looks cooler, has more features. I'll give Hyundai that. But my Maverick cost me $28,000, gets 42 miles per gallon, and I can actually fit a 4x8 sheet of plywood flat in the bed. For my business, it's not even close. Hyundai miscalculated what even lifestyle buyers actually want. Good fuel economy, real utility, and reasonable pricing. The Maverick delivers all three. The Santa Cruz delivers none convincingly. But nothing, absolutely nothing, compares to this muscle car disaster. Number 7. Dodge Charger, 2026. 452 days of market supply? Stop reading and think about that number. 452 days. That's 15 months of Charger inventory sitting on dealer lots right this moment. This isn't slow sales. This is complete commercial catastrophe. Dodge killed what people loved and replaced it with what nobody wanted. The V8 Hemi, the actual soul of the Charger, the reason enthusiasts bought this car, gone. Replaced with a Hurricane Inline 6 and an $80,000 all-electric Daytona that muscle car buyers are calling soulless and betrayal. The core Dodge customer, the muscle car enthusiast who live for V8 Thunder, is furious. Enthusiast forums are exploding with "never buying Dodge again" posts. Meanwhile, the electric Daytona at $80,000 gets destroyed on value by the Tesla Model 3 Performance at $54,990. And that's $25,000 cheaper with better performance. Stellantis panicked and threw $30,000 in incentives at some trims. It's not working. CarEdge shows 8,800 units sitting with 452 days supply at $58,300 average price. A muscle car forum moderator shared this with me. Our community has 47,000 active members. When the new Charger launched, we ran a poll. Would you buy this car? 83% voted no. Dodge literally ignored their entire customer base and built a car for people who don't want Dodges. The Charger is in complete identity crisis. Too expensive for muscle car buyers, too muscle-oriented for EV buyers, too controversial for everyone. And this next one? The manufacturer literally gave up. Number 6. Jeep Wagoneer, 2025. The Jeep Wagoneer is officially discontinued. Jeep killed it after 2025. Everything is Grand Wagoneer now. So what you're seeing on dealer lots nationwide are leftover 2025 models that the manufacturer itself abandoned. Think about the sales pitch here. Dealers are asking customers to pay $80,000 for a vehicle the company doesn't even make anymore. That's a catastrophically bad value proposition before you even discuss reliability. And the reliability story? Rough. Owners report engines stalling randomly at highway speeds, infotainment screens going completely black, four-wheel drive systems failing in winter conditions. and service wait times stretching multiple weeks because parts availability is terrible. Consumer Reports gave it a reliability score of 28 out of 100. CarEdge shows 245 days of supply with 6,700 units nationwide at $80,000 average transaction price. Dealers are writing genuinely painful checks trying to move these because floor plan interest on $80,000 units sitting 8 months is financially devastating. A North Carolina family researched the Wagoneer, loved the interior quality, then discovered it's discontinued. The wife explained their decision. Why would I buy a $75,000 SUV the manufacturer gave up on? Resale value will be catastrophic. Parts will become hard to find in 5 years. We bought a Grand Wagoneer instead. At least it has a future. Dealers are stuck with expensive discontinued inventory that's depreciating daily while costing thousands monthly in interest. Coming in at number 5, Audi Q5 2026. Someone posted on a luxury car forum last week. Test drove the new Q5, new X3, and new GLC back-to-back yesterday. Honest opinion? The Audi felt like a $45,000 Volkswagen wearing makeup. The BMW and Mercedes felt like actual $50,000 luxury cars. Decision made. The Audi Q5 used to absolutely dominate the luxury compact SUV segment. The 2026 version is getting destroyed by the redesigned BMW X3 and Mercedes GLC, and buyers notice the difference immediately in test drives. The Q5's interior feels dated compared to updated competitors. The driving dynamics don't match what BMW's xDrive system delivers. And there's growing perception among luxury shoppers that recent Audis feel like premium-priced Volkswagens rather than genuine luxury vehicles. That's a brand perception problem no model year update fixes. Luxury buyers are paying $50,000 plus specifically for prestige and resale value. Two things the Q5 is actively losing to competitors. CarEdge shows 363 days of supply with 6,700 units nationwide. Dealers are cutting prices $7,000 to $10,000 trying to compete with BMW and Mercedes. A Silicon Valley tech executive explained his decision process. I wanted the Q5 initially, loved the virtual cockpit technology, but I researched 3-year resale values. Q5 loses 52%, X3 loses 41%, GLC loses 38%. That's $5,500 additional loss choosing the Audi. I'm not paying extra to lose more money. Bought the X3. Luxury buyers are sophisticated. They calculate total ownership cost. The Q5 loses that calculation. But electric trucks, those have problems nobody anticipated. Number 4, Ford F-150 Lightning, 2026. This was supposed to prove America's best-selling vehicle could go electric successfully. The F-150 name on an EV would finally bring electric trucks to mainstream buyers. Instead, it proved mainstream truck buyers did the math, and the math absolutely says no. Tow a trailer with the Lightning and watch range drop over 50%. Live in a rural area? Charging infrastructure might literally not exist within 100 miles. And at $67,631 average transaction price, you're paying roughly $20,000 more than an equivalent gas-powered F-150. The fuel savings over 5 years don't cover that $20,000 gap. Not even remotely close, especially when you factor in battery degradation and completely uncertain resale values 5 years out. CarEdge shows 250 days of supply with 4,000 units sitting nationwide. The mainstream truck buyer has spoken clearly, and right now the answer is definitively no. A Wyoming rancher explained his decision perfectly. I need to tow my livestock trailer 200 miles regularly for auctions and sales. With a Lightning, I'd need to stop and charge halfway, assuming charging even exists out here, which it doesn't. With my gas F-15, I just drive there and back. It's not complicated. Ford fundamentally miscalculated what actual truck buyers need. EVs work brilliantly for urban commuters. They categorically don't work yet for people who tow regularly, live rural, or need predictable range for business. The Lightning isn't a bad truck. It's the wrong truck for its target buyer at the wrong price point. And this GMC costs even more with worse problems. Number 3, GMC Sierra EV, 2026. The early Sierra EV Denali Edition 1 model sold at nearly $100,000 to tech enthusiasts and early adopters. That crowd is completely gone now. GMC added cheaper trims starting at $64,000 trying to expand the market. But reliability complaints are piling up faster than actual sales. Owners are reporting warped front body panels, creaking steering at low speeds, infotainment systems going completely black even after multiple software updates. In a world where the federal tax credit disappeared, an $81,000 truck with quality issues is an impossible sell. CarEdge shows 225 days of supply with 2,600 units nationwide at $81,000 average transaction price. That's over $210 million in inventory, sitting on dealer lots earning nothing but floor plan interest every single month. Here's the brutal dealer economics. Floor plan interest runs roughly $500 to $800 monthly per $80,000 vehicle. Multiply that by 2,600 trucks sitting for 7 months average. Dealers are hemorrhaging money. A Montana buyer shared his nightmare. Ordered my Sierra EV Denali, waited 9 months for delivery, super excited. Took delivery, drove 200 miles, infotainment completely crashed. Dealer couldn't fix it for 3 weeks. I sold it at a $22,000 loss and bought a gas Sierra. Never doing EVs again. GMC rushed production to hit deadlines and quality suffered catastrophically. Early buyers became unwilling beta testers, and future buyers are reading the horror stories online. Coming in at number 2, Jeep Grand Wagoneer L 2026. $85,000 for a Jeep. Stellantis genuinely believed they could compete with Cadillac Escalade and Lincoln Navigator at that price point. The execution doesn't match the ambition even slightly. Owners describe build quality as wildly inconsistent. Trim pieces separating from panels, electronics acting up randomly, suspension complaints on 6-figure sticker prices, and the depreciation is absolutely catastrophic. Grand Wagoneers lose approximately 55% of value in 3 years. Do that math. $85,000 becomes roughly $38,250 in 3 years. An Escalade at $90,000 becomes $49,500. You lose $11,250 more buying the Jeep while getting worse reliability and build quality. High net worth buyers in this segment are deeply risk averse. They research thoroughly before spending 6 figures, and Jeep's reliability ranking isn't inspiring anyone's confidence at $85,000 price points. CarEdge shows 282 days of supply with 2,100 units nationwide. At $85,000 average, that's $178.5 million in inventory problems. A Texas oil executive test drove the Grand Wagoneer L and explained his decision. Beautiful interior, no question, drives nice, comfortable, plenty of features. Then I researched reliability rankings and depreciation curves. For $85,000, I can get an Escalade that holds value dramatically better and has a proven reliability track record. Why would I risk $85,000 on Jeep? Stellantis massively overestimated how much luxury buyers would pay for the Jeep brand. The answer is definitively not $85,000. And at number one, Volkswagen ID.4 2026. 536 days of market supply. If Volkswagen stopped building ID.4s completely today, dealers would still be selling them well into 2027. This is the worst inventory crisis in modern automotive history for a single model. 2 disasters hit simultaneously. The federal tax credit expired, raising the effective price $7,500 overnight, and the reliability reputation was already destroyed. Owners report cars dying completely despite showing 80% charge. Infotainment hardware going end of life on 3-year-old vehicles. Then VW made everything worse. They dropped the affordable limited trim at $40,000 and made the 2026 Pro start at $46,000. That puts it directly against Tesla Model Y at $44,990 and Hyundai Ioniq 5 at $43,975. Both being aggressively discounted right now. At $48,500 average transaction price, The ID.4 loses every single comparison. A Virginia VW dealer called me for this video and admitted, "I have 47 ID.4s on my lot right now. Some have been sitting here 18 months. I'm paying $22,000 monthly in floor plan interest on these alone. Corporate keeps building them. I keep begging them to stop. They won't listen." VW destroyed the ID.4 through poor reliability, catastrophic pricing decisions, and completely ignoring dealer feedback. 536 days of supply is unprecedented and absolutely catastrophic. Dealers nationwide are sitting on roughly $500 million in dead ID.4 inventory, earning nothing but destroying dealer cash flow monthly. Those are 13 cars dealers are panicking over right now. Which shocked you most? Drop comments below. If you're shopping, these 13 models have massive negotiation leverage. Dealers are desperate, but remember, there's a reason they're not selling. Subscribe for real market truth, and remember, inventory crisis means opportunity if you negotiate smart.